Kave Adventure is a new 2.5D indie platformer from the team over at 7 Levels. It's a new Nintendo Switch exclusive that's heavily inspired by the Donkey Kong Country series. 7 Levels hit me up with an early demo of the campaign's first 6 levels, and I want to share my quick thoughts on it. Before I start, I wanted to disclose that this is a developer build running on a PC, though this is a Switch exclusive. According to the settings in the game, it's preset in a Switch performance profile, so take that as you will. Performance on an actual Switch may differ, especially considering that this game isn't done yet. Anyway, Kave Adventure opens up with Cave being banished away from his tribe. On his stroll away from the commotion, he comes across an alien that's crash landed on Earth. He quickly realizes that this alien is here to destroy the Earth, and before he scurries away, Cave manages to take a jetpack from the alien. Now being the only human with the technology advantage, it's up to Cave to stop the alien and save his tribe. Jumping into the first level, I was immediately introduced to the gameplay that's absolutely reminiscent of the recent Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Everything from the layout of levels, the UI elements, and most importantly, the pacing of the level feels like Donkey Kong. I really dug it. I admittedly was expecting to start rolling around like I did in Donkey Kong Country, but this was different. Cave feels a lot like a combination of Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong. Cave can run, crouch, jump, and with his new jetpack, hover over large gaps. These early mechanics were fun and kept the gameplay feeling fast. I felt a rhythm to it. Jumping over hazards, swinging my club at enemies, and hovering over large holes in the ground. In the same sense as you'd speed through Green Hill Zone, I sped through everything here. What surprised me was how much more gameplay mechanics were introduced early on. Within a few minutes, my jetpack could be launched straight forward like a rocket. This could be used to reach away faraway spots or break through large rock walls. At another point, I could pick up rocks and use them to hit faraway enemies. Constant introduction of new mechanics like this kept me excited for the next new thing. They mixed together well with the platforming that had me bouncing off mushrooms, using flowers as platforms, and climbing on rock ledges. Now while I took the more speedrun approach to levels, I was rewarded anytime I actually took the time to explore them. Each level has a trophy that you can unlock for collecting hidden objects. There's also a she-cell currency that you can collect. These are used to level up your abilities and tools, like expanding the reach of your club weapon or the tank on your jetpack. These upgrades come in handy, especially in the more abstract levels that completely differ from the traditional platforming design. For example, one stage had me paragliding my way through a tunnel, while another had me running away from a giant woolly mammoth. On the visual front, Kave Adventure looks impressive. Like the games that inspired it, it features a layered background system that adds depth to the worlds you're running through. In this prehistoric Earth, caves are filled with caveman drawings on the bone remains of dinosaurs. The forest is filled with plant life, animals, and sparkling waterfalls. It looks great. Hopefully performance on an actual Switch can live up to the performance I got out of this demo build. Ultimately, I came away from Jetpack Adventure excited to see more. The little taste I got of its gameplay showed me that while yes, it's very similar to Donkey Kong Country, it still uses the inspiration well. I think it's easy for one to glance at a screenshot of this and not bat an eye to it, thinking it's another quick mobile platform to Switch indie game. It's not. Levels felt quickly paced and the right length for playing on the go with the Switch. It overall felt more like a spiritual successor than a cheap knockoff in that sense, and I'm excited to see what other twists and turns the developers take with the final game.